everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's Discover What's Possible webinar, Work Smarter with Advanced Saved Fines. My name is Julianne Manning, and I'm the product specialist here at Saran. Jennifer Nelson, our support engineer technician, will be presenting today, showing you some great tips and tricks about how you can utilize our robust advanced fines capabilities. We have several other members of our team with us today, including Serena McKinley, our dev manager, Dean Phelps, who's a consultant for us and works on testing with our dev team. Dean will also be teaching a more in-depth class about advanced fines at our annual users conference, so we're really excited to have Dean with us here today. We also have Chris Widener, our marketing specialist, who will be helping monitor today's webinar. And you'll see Serena and Dean in the chat, and they are there to help answer any questions that you may have throughout today's presentations. Before we get started today, we wanted to take an opportunity to mention our annual users conference, which will be held this September. This is our 25th annual users conference, so we really hope you'll be able to join us. It's a great time to not only learn more ways to utilize CDM Plus, but to network with other users and learn how they utilize CDM Plus too. This year, we're back in Lexington at the beautiful Campbell House. It really is a great place to be, so we're excited that you can come and experience that place with us. And there's just about 1 week left to take advantage of both the earlier bird special and to be entered into a $300 Amazon gift card drawing. So if you're thinking about coming, this is definitely the best time to sign up. The Discover webinars, they are designed to give you a taste of the different features of CDM Plus, but the conference is where you have the opportunity to really get in-depth training. You can pick and choose from the different classes you want to attend, so you can see some of those classes listed here. We also put together kind of recommended tracks that you can kind of use as well, or you can do a little bit of both. You can start to follow a track and then maybe hop over to another class that looks interesting to you. So you can kind of mix it and match whatever works best for you. And this year, we will also be offering a special Church of God State office training as well. It's going to kind of go along with our conference. So definitely great opportunities to kind of learn more, refine those skills, and to network with other users. Another training opportunity is to purchase a copy of our successful Bookkeeping with CDM Plus that we held at the end of April. This training was developed from feedback we had heard from several users where they wanted a comprehensive training over CDM Plus accounting. When you purchase this training, you will get access to 5 recorded classes and all of the material and resources that went along with that training. So this is a great resource to have on hand if you have a new member of your team come, or you just need a good refresher on how to get the most out of CDM Plus accounting. So definitely take a look at that resource if that's something you think you could benefit from. All right, without further ado, we're going to turn this over to Jen. Jen, take it away.
Well, welcome. And I hope that what I show you today you'll find helpful and exciting, as you can see how to extract data from our program. All of the data that you put into the system can be searched and either shown in a record frame window, or you can put it in a report. And that's what I want to show you today. I'm going to show you what the program's search feature does for both standard fines as well as advanced fines. We're also going to go over and let you see you can save your advanced fine searches. You can also publish those saves for other users to be able to access as well, which is really nice and a helpful thing to have. We're also going to see how you can search from different areas of the program and pull it all into one report. So like contributions, maybe you want to see your people who are just attended in the last several months who had given. You can do that. It'll allow you to pull from different areas of the program. And we're going to kind of walk through that today just to show you a taste of what this system does. But first, let's go into, I want to show you how to do a search, what it looks like when you're in a record frame window. So there are a few ways that you can do searches. You can do a basic search right here from the find, where you just choose a single option. So say I just want to see all of my active members. I can do the membership status active and click find. What that's going to do is just give you one single search. It doesn't allow you to go any deeper with the search. But so if you need things like just, I want to see all my active members, or I want to see in contributions my active giving unit records or things like that, that just requires one level of search, you can easily do that right here. The other thing that you'll see on different record windows is when you click under searches on the left, this particular window, we have it configured to show you the last 10 searches that you've done. If you want to see that, you can just simply click the search and it's going to automatically pull that up. You don't have to re-put in the filter or things like that. It's handy when you are just going between some different searches. You don't have to put it back in every time in those moments. It's going to show you those top 10. Just something that I always think is kind of neat to have. But today we really want to focus on our advanced searches. When you have to do a search that requires a little bit more depth, a little more fine-tuned information, you want to use an advanced find. It allows you to add more than one search criteria. The one thing you always want to keep in mind when you're pulling up any kind of searches, think with the end in mind. What type of information do I want on it? Who do I need? What is something that they consistently have? We were talking even earlier, if you have to do this really big search, take a second, step back and think, do I need all of this, or is there something that they all consistently have, or a couple of things that they all consistently have? And if so, what is that? And you can do those searches in here. Today, I want to show you what it would be, how it works with a couple of things. Let's say I want to do a search on anybody between the ages of 18 and 30 in my database. So I'm going to click this and I'm doing a second layer because I don't want it just over 18. I want it to be between the ages of 18 and 30. Adding this layer here gives me just that range. Whereas if I did it just the once, it's anybody over the age of 18. So this tells me I have 17 results. But let's say I need a little more. I want to know who of or what of this age group has not attended the church. We have them in the system and they haven't attended. You can add a related record and bring in attendance. And in this case, we want it when they have not attended. So we want to click the without matching. And let's say we have where I want to know where they're dated, if they have not attended, excuse me, since January of 24. Now, a little thing here, if I click refresh, it's going to search the advanced find window and give me my numbers here. Where you probably would not want to use this refresh is if like you're in a report that we'll look at in a minute and we're looking for standard and advanced. This only looks at your advanced find windows, but it's a nice quick way to go, okay, did I put this in right? Because I can quickly see those. But when you click it, you get it in here, I can tell that out of my 17, 12 of them have not attended since January of 2024. I like that search. Maybe one day we'll go back into this search and change this date range. So I want to save my search because I could put it back in if I wanted to, but it's so much easier to come in here and type in, click on my saved search, load it up, and just adjust the age range if I need to, or leave it depending on what it is. So here we're going to do age, just leave it simple. So now it's going to show up under my saved searches. When I go back in down the road, and let's say I want to pull that up, I can click on Advanced Find, go to my Save Searches tab here, find the search that I want, and click Load Search. That then brings up exactly the way it was when I saved it. If I want others to see it, I can publish this saved search. If that's unchecked, the other usernames, when they're logged in, they would not be able to see this saved search. So if you want a search that is just for you, you can click on uncheck that publish in this saved search, and it will take that away and they cannot access it. So if I also wanted to look at different visits and things like that, I can do a search on a related record showing the different visitation types, and their notes and anybody that has, say, this visitation for a hospital call. It's going to pull those up, just all different areas of the program that would be related to the individual record window. You can see in here. We'll do this more here in a second. The other thing that is really neat that they have here is you can do a little bit more layered. So let's say I want my members that are active and born with a birth month of December and I don't know, let's say June. So here I want to type in my membership status because I want it to be active. Now, instead of clicking this to say and, because if I continue that, it's going to say like, so if I do this and do birth month equal to 12 and birth month equal to 6, this is not going to give me what I want because I don't have anybody that has a birth month, not baptism, a birth month in both December and January or in June. They only have one birth month. So I got to fix this. This needs to say an or. So what we're going to do is add a sub. So when I do a membership status, click it equal to active. Now I want it within that active, I want people with a birth month of 12 or a birth month of 6. So now this is going to give me my active members that have a birthday for December and a birthday for June. And you can see here that I have 3 people that fit that criteria. It's nice. There's not a ton of use sometimes for this where you have this extra level, but it is nice to have because there are times maybe you are doing something like this or you're dealing with a birth month or they have an anniversary in December. However you want to do that is just an example of another thing that you could do, another way that you can pull the data out so that you can either print it on a report or you can just work the data however you need. Once you get this, if you want, you can click on the reports here on the left. You can choose to print the results list and select any of these reports here that are available to you. When you click OK, it's going to open up the report window. You simply just print it and it gives you those 3 that we had in the search because this is giving you your Windows results. So just another nice little tip and trick that you can have and do. And you do that from any of the record frame windows that we have. The other thing I want to show you is how you can merge different areas of the program together. So say I'm doing a contribution report and I want to know everybody who gave within this date range for all my funds and events. However, I only want it to be my active members. I just want to see the people that are active that have given within that time frame. Well, here I want to choose to have it look at both the advanced and standard. My standard search already has a lot. No need to re-put that into my advanced search because it's already here. So I'll just tell it I want you to look there as well. When I go up here to configure my advanced search, I need to add an extra layer that is not in my standard search, and that's for membership. Back that up, related record. So here I need to go the individual record, and I'm going to see where I can add membership status equals to active. So what it's doing is it's pulling information that is put in on the individual records window. It's looking at all of that and it's seeing what individuals fit this criteria. And then it's going to add it to the standard search that we have. So right here, add an extra line. Remove that because we will get an error there. So this will tell me records with matching individual records where they have a membership status of active. When I click refresh, it's going to show me a list of all of my active members that have given within this time frame to all funds, events, and payment types. But let's say we want to take it a step further. I want to know with those, how many have attended in the last year. So I have this related record, but I now want to add people who have attended. So I want to go into my attendance. Where did it go? There it is, individual attendance records. And I want when their date attended, say, is greater than or equal to January of last year. So now what this is going to give me is people who are my active members that have given within this set time frame to these events, these payment types and funds, but have also attended at some point since January 1st. And let's hone it in even more. Let's add that they've specifically attended a service. So I want to choose, let's go to Sunday morning. And you can add more lines here. So if you wanted just a Sunday morning service, or then you wanted to add some other type of search, you can. This is to show you how you can do different things, add more to it, see what it's going to give you. So here it's going to go all the way to those who've come and attended since January 24th, at least one time, to the two services that I selected. So when I click refresh, here are my people. And if I like that search, just to display it one more time, I'm going to go in here to save searches. I'm going to save a new search, and let's do giving attended. I have it published so that other people can see this saved search as well. So then if you want to pull that back up, you can go in here, go to saved searches, and load that search, and it'll pull it up. And if you need to adjust the date, you can simply go into the related record, click on the attendance, and adjust this date as needed. So there's a lot that you can do, a lot you can add. When you look at these related records, let's say for contribution, these are all the different areas of the program that you can pull data from to connect to the contributions. So depending on the report that you're doing, like in this case, contributions, I can't add a contribution amount to like an individual report, but I can pull up a contribution report, maybe create a custom listing where I can see the individual information there. So thinking with the end in mind, I want to use a contribution report. I just need these specific people. So I'll go in here, what's consistent? Well, they've all attended, or they all have a specific membership status, or whatever the case may be. You want everybody who has a December birthday and see what they've given. You can do that here. Anything here, all of these different record frames, you can click and you can search on. And just you keep adding them. When you click these drop downs, these are the different pledge information. So I could add those as pledges. There's a lot to reports that you can do with it. Your key thing is to think with the end in mind. What exactly do I want to pull? What type of information do I want on the report? And those couple of questions, even right there, is enough to guide you as to what report you want to look at, what kind of data information you want to see. So for example, if we go into here, the individual custom listings, and let's say we go to here, they've got a little bit more related records that you can choose from. So if they have an event registration that their individual record is linked to, if you use receivables and you want to see what customers are linked to it, you can search off of that, check in, check out. There's just a lot of different options that you can use to do a search right in here. So attendance is one that I tend to use a lot, and I like to see, people who've attended with a specific time. I can do attendance reports, but if I'm just in an individual record, I just want to access those people, I can do that. I can go in here, I can select that particular, say, Sunday, excuse me, let's say these services. I want to know that they've attended, and I want to maybe build reports on this, or I want to navigate and work on their individual record and update some information or what have you on there. You can pull it from there. If I just want to see that list, I can click here and it's going to give that to me. So everything you want, if I want to change to provide more information, whatever fields in here will print on the report, which you'll get to see a lot of next month if you come to the robust reporting and see all that our reporting can do. When you know how to do a search, you can generate pretty much anything you want. Our custom listing reports are powerful, and that's what you'll learn next month. But you got to know how to do the search in order to be able to benefit from the reports that we have. So we wanted to take extra time here to show you how to do this and how much information that you could use, or different kinds of information that you can use in order to generate a report, how fine-tuned you can get. Can you get super deep? You can. I've seen it. I've seen some wild ones that have several levels here. Do you need it? Maybe, maybe not. We've given you the option because there's strong possibility that somebody does need just even something as simple as the different birth months for your active members. So it's just a nice thing to know that we have that availability to do things like that. I do want to thank you guys for coming. I hope you found this helpful in discovering what all CDM has available to you just within the searches alone, and how powerful it can be, that all the information that you can gather and link together. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day today.